Hi guys, it's Amy from Amy Lauren Weddings, and I'm joined by Sarah from TTS Media. And we've had a little change of our program today, as I mentioned last night in my post, obviously because of the new announcements and proposals that came up yesterday by the lovely Boris Johnson with regards to weddings in the coronavirus. So what we thought we would do is kind of share a little bit of inside information on the most beautiful, intimate weddings and how to capture the perfect memories and really showcase your day for just a smaller party between really 2 and 15 guests. So, Sarah, recently we actually did a wedding together for 15 guests and it was just simply perfect, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the best day. It was so good. Everyone was so happy. It still had, even though it was a smaller wedding, it still had the same love, joy, happiness as you find in the larger weddings. So yeah, it still had that just a love factor really. It was brilliant.
It was, and I think as well, like each individual person that was invited obviously felt so truly special. And I actually think that that's a really nice part of obviously small intimate weddings, is to be able to really cherish those people that you invite, and really as well is kind of go a little bit overboard with those guests that you've got, and maybe splash out to more of a tasting menu rather than just a course menu. The wedding that we actually did a few weeks back, they had a tasting menu, and it was actually held at the Priory, and it was amazing. And there was 14 courses of just pure indulgence, and it was great. And it literally, a lot of people come to me and say, oh, how do we fill the afternoon, how do we fill the evening if there's just a few of us? But I think by having a tasting menu, you're really able to kind of elongate your whole day, because it was about 4 hours, wasn't it, Sarah?
Yeah, it did. It lasted a while. It did with like you say, with all those courses. But you wouldn't. It wasn't quiet or anything like that. Everyone just carried on talking. Obviously, everyone had a lot to say. It was, I guess, the couple were just really, really happy to be married, and yeah, that just carried on throughout, and it was still brilliant. You would never have guessed it was smaller and lasted that long, that length of time with that many courses.
Absolutely. And the hilarious part was the taxi came at around about 9:30, and they were still enjoying themselves and eating and drinking. That actually I had to go out and go, oh, come back in a couple of hours. It's far too early.
You went
So
back 2 or 3 times to the taxi, didn't you?
he did. And I think as well, so there's no need to worry. Small is beautiful, and I think it's a really nice number actually, and you all get to chat and talk together, and yeah, we love being part of the day. And obviously, you videoed the whole day and the ceremony and drinks reception. Talk to us a bit about that, Sarah, and the importance of capturing it on film.
Yeah, I think with things like this, because people are having smaller weddings, and obviously some people prefer that because they might be a little shyer, so they prefer to kind of have a smaller wedding with less eyes on them. And then by having the video, they get to share the video afterwards with their friends and family, the ones that couldn't make it, the ones who, they want to see their day. And then there's also the option of going live as well. So we could do, live feed for it. But yeah, ultimately afterwards, they get to have the full length video or a highlight video or both. And they still get to share that with everybody else, but they've still got married and still had all that joy and happiness.
Absolutely. And I think it's really nice, the idea of obviously capturing it, but also with the live streaming. I know I've attended a live stream wedding myself when my friend got married in Las Vegas, actually, and we dialed in to see her get married. And myself and a friend, we got ourselves a bottle of champagne and we did little cheers in front of the telly. And it was really good. It was really nice. We really enjoyed it. And although we couldn't be there on the day, it really actually made it really special for her, knowing that we was watching, and everyone took selfies of themselves, and then we all put them all together in like a WhatsApp group and sent them all over to her, so she knew that everyone was involved in her day, even though we couldn't all be there. And that's definitely something that I think is a really nice kind of idea and touch. And then what she did afterwards was, the year later, she actually had almost like a blessing, and it was basically a party to celebrate their first year of love and their wedding and their first year anniversary. And we was all invited, and we got to watch the video again, and it was all projected, and we saw all the photos that she had, and then she actually had a photographer come and take photos of the evening as well, with all of everyone celebrating their first year anniversary. And it was great. It was really special, and it just kind of gives you like a double day, like a double celebration.
Yeah, even though it's not the wedding that some people would have planned, they've still got that celebration afterwards, and it can still be amazing with everyone. Yeah, a lot of people we speak to, a lot of our couples say that it's the video that they go back to every single year, like on their anniversary, that they rewatch. Obviously photos brilliant, but it is the video that they, you know, there might be loved ones that might not be there anymore, or, you know, and just to share their love again and just watch it over. Yeah, everyone loves that.
Absolutely. And as well, like you said, like not everybody maybe still be around on their first year anniversary, and it's really nice to be able to go back and to see grandparents that maybe aren't with you anymore, and to actually see them. It's very different to be able to watch a video with somebody in, as opposed to see them in a photo. And obviously it picks up all their quirky natures and mannerisms, and I do think there's a huge amount to be said to capture the beauty of obviously a day what's actually filmed, as opposed to just have it purely videoed. And particularly in the light of everything that's happening at the moment, and with the 15 couples, with the 15 guests, I do think that to be able to have that videoed and shared, and whether you choose to have it live streamed or not, is something that I would recommend all couples to kind of really get behind and get involved in, because it's something that you're going to rewatch and rewatch all the time.
Yeah.
Another really good tip is, which I've said to quite a few of my couples who are having just small intimate days, is for their cake. So not only do they have a beautiful video that kind of displays and captures all the moments from their day, but also for their wedding cake, you can literally buy little cake boxes, personalized stickers, and then each person that you would have had there at the day, you can send them a piece of cake through the post, or just deliver it to their door. And basically they can obviously watch your video, see your photos, you'll be able to share your little WhatsApp group with everyone cheering together, and make a bit of a montage of it, and then everyone still gets a piece of wedding cake, so they still get to feel very much part of it and take away a little special gift from the day too.
There's still lots of things you can do to be creative, to make it special, and really, really add to it. I think like you say, there's more and more couples doing things that are a little bit different, a little quirkier, and that really, really does add to it. It makes their day special. So yeah, thinking of different things like that do really, really add to it, and add to the video. You can make a video any way you like. You can do bits before, bits afterwards, and then add to the final thing. So yeah, there's loads of different options, and doing things like that is great. Yeah.
Definitely. And a video that we're actually involved in coming up won't give too much detail away, but we are also incorporating Zoom within that, so that actually that kind of becomes a bit of a feature within the video as well, for a couple that we're actually working with. But we'll be able to kind of share a little bit more information with that after their day, and report back on how amazing it is. But I'm very excited about that, because it's just using technology and able to share things just a little bit differently and really involve everybody there. And like, we live in a world now where, you know, you can speak to somebody thousands of miles away, and although they can't be there to share the day in person, you know, they can still very much have a huge impact on your day, and you can capture their special moments. I mean, I loved the live video that me and my friend we celebrated for our other friend. It was fantastic, and yeah, really enjoyed it, and it's something that I really remember as well. So there's definitely different ways that you can really take advantage of this situation. And, you know, it's all about you and getting married and the love that you share between you as a couple anyway. And I'll bore you with the little story about how I obviously had 2 days. The first day, which was Christmas Eve, was just literally me and my husband and 2 children and grandparents and parents. And there was that was it. And we literally got married in the church. We had a log cabin afterwards and had afternoon tea, and it was great. It was really, really lovely. And then a few days later, on the 28th of December, we had a big party all over again, and we had a blessing, and basically we did the whole wedding. And I really thought that I would have loved that day so much more than the 24th. I thought, oh, you know, it's just small, it's just intimate. And now when I look back, I kind of think, gosh, I love the 21st so much more than what I did the 28th. And so I'm a huge small wedding advocate anyway. I appreciate that sometimes when it's been forced upon you, it's slightly more challenging. But if you actually see the light and take advantage of the situation that we're in, I think we can make it just as absolutely magical and beautiful as it possibly can be. Because it's all about memories and love and romance. And I think as it is, your love is just something that can be captured and caught. And as long as you get married, that's the most important thing.
Yeah. All about those two on their special day and their love at the end of the day. So yeah, like you say, positive vibes, just thinking of the positive side of small intimate weddings.
Absolutely, definitely. And obviously I've been working with a number of venues that I collaborate with, and lots of they all have put in their own contingency plans for COVID, which I'll be sharing later this week as well on my grid. And I've got a new venue actually joining with me, and that is very much focuses on just small intimate weddings. So we're delighted to be able to share that with you now. And obviously it kind of comes at, in inverted commas, a perfect time, obviously to give people and couples an opportunity to, you know, take advantage of the situation that we're in and think, hey, we're just going to do it. We're just going to get married, and we'll have our big party later on next year, or even the following year as well. So anyway, so that's our little bit about capturing moments and memories at weddings, and the important part of obviously highlighting video and live streaming and ways that you can kind of utilize the real generation of tech that we all live in, which obviously Richard, your husband, will know all about, Sarah, and really just take advantage of it all. So if you have any questions or want to ask a little bit more information about live streaming or Zoom calls or videos, just get in touch with myself or Sarah, and we'll be able to help you and point you in the right direction.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, Great. Take care, guys. Like and subscribe. Bye. Bye.